What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Stubborn Athlete. My name's Christian, and today's video is about the best strategy to bounce back from quarantine. Let's get going. Real quick before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about me. I've been a coach trainer for almost 5 years now, ever since I graduated college, and I've picked up competing. I'm a men's physique competitor, have been for a couple years now. I've always had a fascination with exercise and health and improving upon myself. When I was a kid, 2006, in Orlando, Florida, I walked into my dad's garage and there was his bench press with the barbell and the old school iron weights, man. I was benching 135 as a kid in 6th grade. It was good. I'm no big shot here. I'm, what, 5'9", lucky to be a 180-pound Italian kid. But what I'm looking to do here is what I do every day, and it's to help teach you guys, help inspire and help motivate and answer questions to the best of my ability. And with that being said, our first strategy, our first part of this video is about establishing a goal, right? Number one, you need to write it down. Number two, is it realistic? Is it attainable? And number three, why, right? Setting a goal here is crucial. It sets the tone for your journey. And to make it truly real, you need to make it tangible. And the only way to do that is by going in there and getting your first rep. Now, our second strategy is to game plan and to be smart. Having a game plan and being smart for strategy number two, right? You know, we're not blind or ignorant to what's going on in the world. So if you are going to a gym facility, make sure you have a mask. Make sure you keep that social distancing. Make sure you're washing your hands, sanitizing your hands, wiping your equipment down, and being respectful of others. But also, when it comes to your routine and your exercise, treat it as a fresh start. And hear me out. If you've been out of the gym and not exercising regularly for that 3-4 month period of lockdown and quarantine, I don't want you hitting the same weights that you were hitting before. I don't want you doing the same cardio that you were doing before, because we weren't as mobile. We weren't moving that weight, and that will potentially injure us and prevent us from accomplishing these goals that we set, right? So be smart about that. And also game plan, right? Game plan what your workout is, how long is my workout, and also when am I eating, right? You got to eat. This is what I coach. You got to eat a little bit before your workout, and I would suggest a little bit after as well. Meaning I eat a little bit more carbs pre-workout, half hour before, to fuel my exercise, fuel my workouts, so I don't feel fatigued and half-assed, so to speak. And I also game plan food after, right? I need that protein to help with the recovery. And also plan around your work schedule, right? And your family, right? Don't leave those parts out of your life. All right. Now we'll touch a little bit on nutrition for strategy number three, but I'll go more in detail when it comes to nutrition, especially if you guys want me to talk about it in another video. So nutrition for strategy number three. Strategy number three, nutrition. I love nutrition. I love diving into nutrition. I can be a little overwhelming at times, so bear with me. I'm trying not to overwhelm you. What I always like to start with all my clients is creating a grocery list that is realistic and that is sustainable, but also that relates to their goal, right? You know, I'm not gonna have them write down donuts and say that's okay and then put that in our menu. No. Doesn't mean you can't have donuts. That can be part of your cheat meal, but let's be realistic here. So definitely creating a grocery list, putting foods on there that you enjoy throughout the week, your proteins, your carbs, your fats, and putting them in a menu or a macro calculator like MyFitnessPal, which is something else I would suggest. You tracking your macros, your protein, fats, carbs, and definitely helps when it comes to weight loss or muscle gain. And another thing is I suggest investing in a food scale. Now, you don't have to get the food scale and get the MyFitnessPal right away. You know, as long as you're eating the right foods you're supposed to and being in control of your portions, you'll be fine. And another thing is you need to reward yourself, right? I always have my clients partake in a cheat meal on the weekend. It's mentally relaxing because you work so hard during the week. You work out majority of the week, and man, if you want to have a margarita, if you want to have chocolate like me, if you want to have a steak or pasta, whatever the case may be, have it because you've earned it, right? Reward yourself. That's super, super important. Please reward yourself. If you're not that person who doesn't like to have cheat meals, okay, I get it, but you need to have something. Like if you're really craving something and you don't treat yourself and you start gorging on all these foods that you know you shouldn't be eating or overdoing your portions, you're going to be kicking yourself in your own rear end. So make sure you reward yourself. Make sure you have that grocery list, and then of course you can always invest in a food scale and partake in MyFitnessPal for macro tracking. Strategy number 4, supplements, right? This is meant to replace something that's existing or add in, right? So if what I mean by that is I may be replacing a meal with a meal substitute, or I need to add in a meal, right? Meaning 3 meals aren't cutting it, I need something else. So what is a great meal substitute or meal add-in? Protein shake, right? Depending on your goal and your macros, if you're a weight gaining client, you need to be in a caloric surplus, and if you're a weight loss client, you need to be in a caloric deficit. So those who are in a surplus need to have shakes with high amount of calories, maybe carbohydrates, but you can get a low carb, low sugar, decent amount of protein powder that is universal to not only your weight loss clients but your weight gaining clients, because you can just add in something like oats or banana or fruits or something with high carbohydrates or high calories. So it's universal there. I highly recommend that for your supplement as far as getting back in the gym and muscle recovery and feeling fuller longer and meal replacing. Another supplement I recommend, but I don't think it's the end of the world if you take it or not. It's a multivitamin, right? We're not going to get in all our essential vitamins through our nutrition alone. So take a multivitamin. I at least take one every other day. Another one is vitamin D. I try to get outside as much as I can, of course. I want to get a little tan. So I get to my vitamin D, right? Essential from the sun. We're always vitamin D deficient in the winter, so I might as well start taking it now and get used to it. And one more would be probably calcium. I choose not to drink whole milk, so my greatest form of calcium would probably be through my almond milk or my spinach, right? Yeah, a little bit through cheese and yogurt, but I'm gonna push those aside and just tell myself I need a little bit more calcium in my diet. And there's a ton of other supplements out there, right? If you have something more specific as far as like, I got joint pain, well, you can get into like a joint flex or something with turmeric, or maybe you really need to sip on something during your workout, then you can take aminos, but I'm not gonna consider that your primary focus, right? Your primary focus is a protein. Your primary focus is a multi and vitamin D, calcium. All right, so moving on to our next and final strategy number 5, accountability. So strategy number 5, accountability. This is crucial, you guys. I hope you have a support system back behind you through your journey, whether it's family, friends, your own coach, and if not, I will be your support system, no problem. So here's a strategy. I want you to take a photo of yourself, and I want you to weigh yourself day 1 when you start your journey, right? A photo of your front, side, and write down your weight. And I want you to do it every week on the day of your cheat meal, obviously before it, after you wake up and use the restroom. Do it every single week, once a week, because that scale weight only tells so much of your story. That physical change that you see every week you're gonna be so proud of yourself. You're gonna be like, holy crap, look how much I've gone. Look how much I've come from, right? From day 1 to week 8, week 9, week 16, right? Who cares how long your journey is? As long as you stay focused and stay on that path, I promise you, you will get there. So that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you can follow me on Instagram at the_stubborn_athlete. Till next time, guys. Peace.